I'm the Program Manager for GIS and Data at the City of Guelph. So we maintain address information, road centerline detail for many business practices within the city. So we needed to make sure that anything that we do around that as it relates to NG9-1-1 could still go forward. We felt that the right thing to do was actually have Esri Canada come in and take a very serious look at what we do, how we maintain our data, and the quality that we have already. When we were starting to do the gap analysis, we wanted to make sure that we involved as many stakeholders, both from the city as well as the emergency services areas as well. The data that's required here has impact across the city beyond what would actually be required for NG9-1-1. I don't think they were quite aware of the requirement of GIS as when it goes forward to the next level of requirement. So that was probably the biggest surprise for them, and having those conversations with them, they were very happy to be involved, and they're starting to talk to their peer groups about it and the type of things that we're doing with GIS to support them. There was a few key things. I know that we make sure that the data is as current, as accurate as possible, but the number of sort of informal relationships that are required to make things happen today was very surprising to me, which means that, of course, if we were to lose certain key individuals in our environment, these things could fall apart. So I think that some of the things that we're finding and documenting through this process is making those relationships more solid, and making sure that we're maintaining our data in a better way, and we're making sure that everyone who needs that information has access to it. I think that part of the work in the study was interesting when we actually started looking at the hard numbers of what we're capturing today and where we're going to actually have gaps. And if you would have asked me maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago about this, I would have said, no, we won't have any gaps in our data. I know that we do a very good job of capturing things, and it turns out there are some, and now we need to make sure we can get those resolved. It's less about the actual data that we're storing, but how it's being presented, I think, is where the gaps lie. So to meet the needs of some of our internal departments within the city, everything's working the way we would expect. But when we look at the requirements for dispatch systems and things like that, we do need to sort of stroke and tweak that data to make sure that it's meeting the requirements there.